Hi YouTube, I'm Allie, but people on the internet call me Ines. Today I want to talk about the time I got banned from playing The Sims 4. This video is kind of a cautionary tale of what not to do when you get banned by EA. This story happened shortly after Snowy Escape was released. Before I get into the ban, I wanted to touch on how I got into The Sims. I first started playing The Sims 4 back in 2019. It was a college graduation gift from my boyfriend. I'm fairly new to the game, but within the year or so that I've owned the game, I've purchased almost all the game packs, expansion packs, and stuff packs. The actual ban happened a week after the Snowy Escape expansion pack released. On November 15th, 2020, I decided to buy Snowy Escape. I went on Origin to purchase it, and while I was purchasing it, the website was acting really slow. So slow that I got a notification saying that my payment wasn't able to be processed at the moment. So this is where I made my first mistake. I refreshed the page not once, not twice, but 3 times. And the third time it went through. I got worried about the transaction and I went to PayPal to check everything out. It looked as if I was charged 3 times for the pack, so I decided to dispute 2 of the charges and leave one of them alone, which honestly was my second mistake because the purchases were pending at the time. After all of this, the pack started to install on my computer, and I didn't think anything bad would happen from the situation. I was wrong. After I finished downloading, I created a new household and started playing the pack, and overall I was having a good time. The household I created was supposed to be this non-conventional family consisting of an adult sim, her adopted daughter, and their cat, Pistachio. Their story was this wholesome family story that took place on Mount Komorebi, and they were going to just snowboard and bond over their love of snowboarding. A week after playing this household, I one day loaded the game, and to my surprise, the pack was gone from my game. I got a notification that the pack was removed and that I was banned. So I panicked and I went to EA's customer service website and I created a case with them about my ban. After I submitted my case, I was notified that someone would get back to me within 3 days. So I decided to check my PayPal and I was refunded for the pack. It seemed as though PayPal disputed any payment associated with Origin on that day, so that's probably why I was banned, because in EA's eyes it looked like I was trying to steal from them. And that wasn't my intention. 3 days passed and I didn't get any information about my ban, so I tried creating another case, but the case got closed because it was a duplicate case and they didn't want that on their website, so they just deleted the extra case I created. I checked on the first case and it said that I had to wait 7 days for someone to review my case. And at this point, I was starting to get a little antsy because at that point in my life, I had a really huge addiction to playing The Sims, like to the point where every day, like after work or if I had free time, I would just play the game for hours on end. So at that point, I had no choice but to just wait 7 days before doing anything else. 7 days passed and I checked the case and it says that I have to wait 14 days for someone to review my case. I was quarantining and I was extremely bored, so I decided to take matters into my own hands, which was a bad idea. So the first thing I did was uninstall The Sims on Origin and then uninstall Origin itself. And then I decided to purchase The Sims on Steam to see if it would allow me to play the game. Let me explain what the ban did to my game in a bit more detail. It took away the Snowy Escape expansion pack, and I wasn't able to use online features. Otherwise, I was able to play the game still. The only reason why I made the decision not to play the game until the ban was lifted was because I was really excited to only play with Snowy Escape. I wasn't interested in playing anything else in the game at the time. This was the third mistake I made in the situation, and it made matters worse. To be quick, The Sims 4 on Steam requires you to have Origin installed. Steam connects The Sims with Origin, so I was still banned when I tried to load the game through Steam. When I uninstalled Origin, it logged me out of my account and I wasn't able to log back in because of the ban. At this point, I was defeated, so I decided to wait the 14 days. And I checked the case again. There was still no update on my case. At this point, I was sinking more and more into Sims 4 withdrawal. So every day, like whenever I would talk to anyone, I would just randomly say, I miss The Sims 4. Or I would just bring it up in conversation out of nowhere. Mostly just because if I couldn't play it, I at least wanted to talk about it. And that was really sad. At this point, if I hadn't got any response or any kind of update, maybe my game was gone. On December 23rd, 2020, I got an email from EA, and I'll edit the email in here. Almost a month later, I had got my game back, and I was so happy. I had to repurchase Snowy Escape, but it was on sale for half off at the time of my ban being lifted, so I only had to pay half the price of the original pack that I had bought the first time. Honestly, throughout this whole experience, I learned that I have a huge addiction to playing The Sims, and I was starting to learn that maybe having a break from playing a game constantly is a good thing, and I started to do other things with my time and not always focus on The Sims. It was a nice detox from playing the game. I used to play The Sims every day for hours and hours on end, and now I don't play as much as I used to. The moral of the story is don't refresh pages while you're making a payment for something, because that will just cause duplicate payments and it will make things a lot more difficult than what it should have been in the first place. Thank you for watching. Bye.